I'm Jessie with JessiesFarmArt, and I have had a lot of requests for a video tutorial on how to use my Wingbone Turkey Calls. If you buy one of these from me, you will get a written directions, but some people need to see it done, like me. So these are the oldest game call known to man. The Indians came up with this hundreds and hundreds of years ago. 3 bones out of a turkey, humerus, radius, and ulna. And they're really pretty easy to use, and not a whole lot of people know about them. So if your neighbor's over here educating the birds on his calls, they haven't heard this one because hardly anybody knows about them. But all you do is rest the opening of the mouthpiece on your lips, and then cover that with the top of your lip, and you'll kiss at it. And you'll see on some of these I have beads, which is not just decoration, it's called a lip stop bead. You don't want your lip to go any further than that, and really you just barely want it resting on your lips. And you'll kiss at it, and when you do that, you're sucking the air in, and that's what produces the sound. So you just pretty easy. Once you get the sound to come out, then start thinking about what's a turkey sound like, what does their yelp sound like, what's the cadence of it, and just try to replicate that. Pretty easy. And I make different types of these. Some of them are longer, like this one's a little longer. It's got more rasp in it. The shorter ones sound more like a younger hen. The longer ones are more raspy. Pretty easy. And I also make them out of horn. I make them out of antler, which I don't have one of those with me. But the horn is great if you've got one hung up down in the next holler or on the next ridge, and you can't hear your call, you can't get that range. The horn is much louder. And on these, don't use your hands for back pressure, you don't need that, but you can use your hands for making it a little louder, or maybe you want them to think that you're a little further away, so muffle it a little bit. You can get yelps, cuts, purrs, fly-down cackles. Some people can get gobbles. If your mouth is really fast, you can get a gobble out of this. However, I would not suggest that if you are hunting around other people. But what if you've got your slate call? Like me, I like to have several different calls on hand, and I've got my slate call, but I forgot my strikers, or I broke my striker, or it fell out of my vest, or whatever. Well, here you go. Not only a mouth call, but you can use it as a striker. And new for this year, I've started making these pouches, which I love these calls because they're very traditional, and I like handmade and I like traditional. And these are just, they go with the call and they protect it. You're not going to get dirt or ants or whatever in the mouthpiece. It looks cool. I got the idea from a man named Two Feathers. He makes these. I changed it up a little bit. They're made out of deer skin. Some of them I make out of elk or bison or whatnot. Hand twisted fringe. I'm going to start offering these with my calls this year. Traditionally, I've made these for 5 or 6 years. I've always just put a lanyard on it, but these offer a lot more protection. It's made out of bone, so you're probably not going to want to keep it in your backpack or your vest just to prevent breaking it. So that works great for that. You've got it on your neck. Turkey comes up, you can't dig in your pack, or you can't dig around in your vest. You've got it right here. Handy. So I hope this has been helpful. Hope hope you've learned something from it. If you have just accidentally stumbled across this video thinking, what in the world is a wingbone turkey call, and now you think that, hey, that's pretty cool, I'd like to have one of those. I sell them on Etsy. In my shop, it's JessiesFarmArt.etsy.com. I'm on Facebook and Instagram. Pick one of these up. They're really cool to use. They're traditional. Not a whole lot of people have them, so that's always beneficial. But feel free to check me out on Etsy. And if you still aren't quite getting it, it's just not coming to you, don't worry about it. It takes practice, it takes time. Shoot me a message and I'll try to help you out as best I can. But that's it. They're pretty easy.